Salaman and Absal 1, the prologue. O thou whose memory quickens lovers' souls, whose fount of joy renews the lover's tongue. Thy shadow falls across the world, and they bow down to it. And of the rich in beauty thou art the riches that make lovers mad. Not till thy secret beauty through the cheek of Layla's smite does she inflame Majnun, and not till thou have sugared Shirin's lip, the hearts of those two lovers fill with blood. For loved and lover are not but by thee, nor beauty, mortal beauty, but the veil thy heavenly hides behind, and from itself feeds, and our hearts yearn after as a bride that glances past us veiled, but ever so as none the beauty from the veil may know. How long wilt thou continue thus the world to cozen with the phantom of a veil from which thou only peepest? Time is to unfold thy perfect beauty. I would be thy lover and thine only. Mine eyes, sealed in the light of thee, to all but thee, yet in the revelation of thyself, self-lost and conscious quit of good and evil, thou movest under all the forms of truth, under the forms of all created things. Look whence I will, still nothing I discern but thee in all the universe, in which thyself thou dost invest, and through the eyes of man the subtle censor scrutinize. To thy harem individuality in no entrance finds, no word of this and that. Do thou my separate and derived self make one with thy essential. Leave me room on that divan which leaves no room for two, lest, like the simple curd of whom they tell, I grow perplexed. O God, twixt I and thou, if I this dignity and wisdom whence, if thou, then what this abject impotence? A curd perplexed, thy fortune's frolics, left his desert for the city, sees a city full of noise and clamor, agitated people hither, thither, back and forward, running, some intent on travel, others home again returning, right to left and left to right, life disquiet everywhere. Curd, when he beholds the turmoil, creeps aside, and travel weary, fain would go to sleep. But, saith he, how shall I, in all this hubbub, know myself again on waking? So, by way of recognition, ties a pumpkin round his foot, and turns to sleep. A knave that heard him, crept behind, and slyly watching, slips the pumpkin off the sleeper's ankle, ties it round his own, and so down to sleep beside him. By and by the cur, awaking, looks directly for his signal, sees it on another's ankle, cries aloud, "Oh, good for nothing, rascal, to perplex me so, that by you I am bewildered, whether I be or no. If I the pumpkin, why on you? O God, this poor bewildered curd am I, than any curd more helpless. O do thou strike down a ray of light into my darkness, turn by thy grace these dregs into pure wine, to recreate the spirits of the good, are, if not that, yet as the little cup whose name I go by, not unworthily found, to pass thy salutary vintage round." Now, the Kurds are known for their sihr, but they're mostly Muslims, so, whatever. But they're sort of a stronghold of Satanism in the region. The Yazidi thing. But sometimes one's desires or companionship or whatever drives you to insanity and criminality and all that other stuff. But we see mention of this in the reference to God, right? and they're trying to find a good and evil is something that matters here. But they may be questioning it or whatever. And there's the idea that Layla is not as attractive as like the most attractive of the land. So what's the deal? It's like, well, there's something beyond the mere look of it, right?